Well, welcome Summer Festival community. We have another edition of Behind the Video, and I have a very special guest with me today. I have Preston Brandt originally from McFarland, Wisconsin, and Preston did a faith story in 2016.
In 8th grade, my grandfather passed away, and my grandfather was my father figure in life. When he passed away, it left a giant hole in my life. I didn't know where I was gonna go, who I was gonna ask questions to, or what I was gonna do. I was lost, and remained lost until about my junior year when I went to my first ever Summerfest. I went to Summerfest and I met some really great guys. I connected right away with them, and we've been friends ever since, and we stay in touch to this day. And I met one guy in particular who was actually from my church. We sat down and had a heart-to-heart, and it really meant a lot to know that somebody was actually listening and someone was there for you.
How's it going, guys?
So tell me, what do you remember about the actually filming of the faith story?
I drove the 4.5 hours up to camp headquarters, basically, and kind of shocked everyone that I was kind of coming up from McFarland. But I had a really good time with the meeting, and it was really good to see a lot of old friends. And once I kind of sat down and did my faith story, it wasn't like a weight was lifted off my shoulders, but it's something that I really don't talk about a lot with a lot of people. It was something that I really had wanted to do ever since being a camper and seeing other people do their faith stories. And I know that me being the type of person I am, I always kind of wanted to do that. So it made me very happy that I could go up there and kind of express my feelings towards my faith story and kind of give the background and the life of a crazy guy like me. So
what was that impact that video had at camp?
So once my story was put up and everybody watched it, for me, it was the weight was lifted off my shoulder. And a lot of campers who I knew but didn't know very well came up to me and was like, wow, we didn't know this had such a big impact on your life, and they could really relate with my story.
Talk to me about how Summer Festival had an impact on how you see God and your relationship with God.
I went to Summerfest at first because it was a week away from my parents and a week away from football and all this stuff. I had a week to clear my head. And they had college dorms and games and good food. I was like, absolutely, sign me up. Give me a week away. And when you go there, my mind was definitely not on God. My mind was on, I get a week away, no distractions. Let me go have some fun. But once you start listening to these talkers they have come on, and they start kind of putting things in your brain and like, hey, have you ever thought about this? Yeah, God has his own battles, but what battles do you face? How does God help you through your battles? And, me being a stubborn-headed kid, it kind of took a couple days for me to be like, wow, this is actually really cool. I can totally relate with Tiger or, our other speakers that we had. And it was something that once that light bulb switch flicked on, it was game over. I was like, man, this is so cool. I became full invested in summer camp, and I could really start to see God in a lot of different things. I started putting my faith in God and actually paying attention in church and, listening to more gospel music. And I had just such an uproar of faith in my life at the time. And it's such a strong and amazing place, and it's helped and impacted so many people that I can't wait to keep going back and send my kids there hopefully someday, because it's such an amazing place.
Thank you so much for Preston for telling us a little bit about your video and catching us up on your faith story and telling us why Summer Festival Camp was so important to you. If you hear Preston's story and you're like, oh, I want to make sure that the Prestons of 2021 and Preston's kids and all the people in the future have a chance to go to camp, we would love if you would make a financial gift. If you'd like to support Summer Festival Camp, it's a very simple process. You can just go to summerfestivalcamp.com/donate, and there is a quick and easy form to fill out. And during the month of December, our Summer Festival Camp board has raised a matching grant of $4,000. And so any donation you make is instantly doubled up to $4,000, which is a big deal. So if you'd like to really have some impact, if you'd like to continue or start supporting Summer Festival Camp, you really have the chance to make the difference in a young person's life. And it would mean all the world to both myself and Preston if you consider donating. You can go to summerfestivalcamp.com/donate and make a financial donation. We'll be back with more Summer Festival Camp videos later this month.